Nubia, a British magazine, published in June 2021, a list of the most popular K-pop idol in the world. V came first on that list. Datas were gathered from social media, online trends and streets surveys. Following a series of hate, the editor shared screen captures and detailed explanations of their work. The main point to note being that, V, the stage name, is penalizing. Why? Because it's a single letter that cannot trend on Twitter, nor is included in V's topic on Google search. So to be fair, the magazine took into consideration every idol's name, stage name and full name. This video will do the same but will also include BTS-related searches to be even more accurate. In their 2020 year-end chart, Google gave the list of the 100 most searched K-pop idols of the year. V came second on that list with a search index of almost 700,000. All the BTS members were in the top 10. I extracted the trends graphic myself to show you that the list is accurate. Google also shared that V was the most searched member for 2020 in Southeast Asia, Japan, and South Korea. Once again I extracted the graphics myself to check the accuracy. V is the blue dominant line. Like I briefly explained it earlier, there are two ways to extract analytics on Google: by search term or by topic. Basically, a topic includes all the search terms associated to the same topic, in all languages. But for V, it doesn't include V as a single letter, because it's considered to be just a letter that can be related to anything. But if you go and search for V, it's obviously 98% about BTS V. If you look for the search term BTS on Google Trends, you will notice that just after the group and a computer game of the same name, V is the actual most searched topic related to BTS. I made an analytic since debut from today and the blue line has been dominant for years. V is the most searched topic related to BTS since debut. Now let's dive into Wikipedia, the biggest encyclopedia online. Basically, when you do a research on Google, the first result will always be the Wikipedia link. Wikipedia uses redirection, so it includes all search terms, V included. V's page, with over 8 million views, is the most viewed page for a BTS member and for a male idol in general. Now we can get into the real subject. SNS. What are the biggest social media platforms? Here is a list of the most used platforms around the world. We will focus on the ones in yellow, the other ones being mostly chatting platforms. And here is a world map of social networks. We will quickly see that V reigns on all of these platforms without any exceptions. Let's start with Facebook, the most used platform in the whole world. V was the first male idol ever to reach 1 million likes on a picture. He also is the male idol with the most viewed FANCAM on Facebook in 2017, 2019 and the most viewed and liked FANCAM ever on the platform. But most importantly, and according to Facebook Analytics, V was the most mentioned celebrity for the year 2020, with the highest number of combined hashtags, placing him above his own group. Let's move to YouTube. Not many know that, but solo fancams didn't used to be made for each member of a group. Official channels such as NEHAN used to only publish solo fancams for the most popular members. V was the first member to get his official solo fancam in 2014 for Danger. Later the same year, 5 members got a solo fancam for War of Hormones. V's fancam went viral and gave him the nickname of Gesture Textbook. Later again, they published only 3 solo fancams for their just one-day performance. They kept the 3 members with the highest number of views. It was only after the success of I Need You that all the members got their solo fancams. V got the most viewed fancam in 2019 and 2020. His Boy With Love fancam became, and still is, the most viewed, liked and commented fancam ever. As of today, V has 14 fancams with over 10 million views, which is an impressive record. 16 fancams soon? V has also the most viewed vlog for a male idol on YouTube. He also broke some records with his songs on the Red platform, mostly with Singularity, which broke the record of most viewed comeback trailer in the first 24 hours when it released. But also fastest to reach 1 million likes and first to reach 150 million views. Sweet Night broke also some records in 2020, when it became the most commented OST on YouTube, and the second most viewed OST just after the main track of the same drama. Instagram, just like Facebook, is an SNS where V get bigger numbers than his own group. He got the record of most liked picture for a Korean act ever, very recently with his concept photo version 1 for Butter. He became the first Korean act ever to surpass 9 million likes on the platform. But V had a lot of first. He was the first male solo idol to get 3 million likes on a picture. But also the first male idol to reach 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 million likes. And finally the first Korean to surpass 9 million likes. Being the first one to reach all these milestones, he logically held at one point the record of fastest male idol, or Korean idol, to reach them. He also holds the record of most used combined hashtags for a male idol, with almost 141 million hashtags. V has also the most followed fan account. Just so you know, these accounts are not related to Big Hit at all. Just like for Instagram, V holds the records for most viewed combined hashtags on TikTok with more than 103 million views. V was also the first male Korean idol to get 1 billion views on an individual hashtags. Pinterest analytics are limited to 3 countries. So we will only focus on the USA and the UK. For the past 12 months, V was the most searched member in the USA related to BTS topic. As you can see on the screenshot, when you search for the topic BTS, the highest tags related to a member is BTS V. V is also the first and second, depending on the countries and tags, most searched BTS member on the platform. With his full name, he's the most tagged member in the USA and the UK. With his name, he's the second one. And with the BTS-related tag he's first in the USA, and about the UK, well you decide. Let's fly towards the Bluebird platform. In 2017, V was the first Korean ever to get 1 million likes on a tweet. It was so huge that it even made it to the Korean newspaper. When you subscribe to Twitter, V is the most suggested male celebrity topic, second overall after Zendaya, which remind me of this German song.
Первый очень милый, но прическа ни о чем. Я, конечно, не Зендaya, но ты тоже не Taehyung.
V holds also the record of fastest gain of views on a video, but he deleted it. He also is the first Korean artist to get over 5 million hashtags on a single birthday tag, 18 million tags overall for his 2020 birthday. He was also the first one to get 5 birthday hashtags over 1 million. Name tags and nickname tags, not counted. He was also the Korean artist with the most liked tweet of 2020. He entered that same year, 6 tweets in the top 30 most liked tweets ever list. That tweet of him also became the fastest tweet to reach 1, 2 and 3 million likes. And the fastest to get 1 million retweets. As I said in the beginning of the video, V is a single letter so he can't trend on Twitter, Tae is 3 letters so it can't trend neither. Taehyung was the only related term to V that was able to trend. But Twitter, in 2017-2018 muted the word due to excessive mentions. His name had so much daily mentions, over 1 million, that he was almost trending every day. So Twitter considered it like a common word, just like butter and, which make it very hard for V to trend anymore. Sadly, earlier on 2021, V's real name was also muted on Twipple for the same reason. Twipple is really owned by V, Japan is not called Thailand for nothing. He is the most popular foreign celebrity, for 20 consecutive months now. Higher than his own group. He trends there almost every day for absolutely no reasons. And he continued to do so even after being muted. And that's maybe one of the reasons why NEHAN declared him the most popular Korean male idol in Japan. After Japan, let's move to Korea with VLIVE. V holds the record for the most viewed video ever on the platform, with over 500 million views. That same live was also the most viewed and liked live of 2019. V was also the first BTS member, in 2018, to break the record of most viewed solo broadcast ever in history. It ranked first in 16 countries. He broke the record again last year, for his birthday, with 12 million views and ranked first on Naver, the biggest web portal in South Korea. The record has been broken since. Talking about Naver, V hold the record for most viewed FANCAM by a BTS member on the platform. V is also the most followed member, on Melon, FanCafe, and Genie, some of the biggest Korean platforms. V is also the only BTS member who charted on Movie Artist chart. You maybe have noticed, but I skipped two of the biggest platforms, WeChat and WEIBO. Why? Because I wanted to combine all his Chinese records together. WeChat is the most used Chinese SNS, with a daily rank of popularity, and V has been ranked first for 3 consecutive months, 90 days. This is really a big deal, and even more for a foreign artist. He also is the most followed, the most viewed and the most posted about on WEIBO, the second biggest Chinese SNS. He's also the most searched member on SNS debut, a data which recognize economic value as a brand name. But that's not it. He also topped the search volume on Baidu, biggest Chinese entertainment portal, for 5 years. He is not called the Prince of the Continent in China for nothing. SOHU declared him the most popular Korean idol in China. Let's now move on to Russia. V is the most followed Korean soloist on VK, and the 4th most followed Korean artist overall. I hope this video was informative. Remember that popularity loses all of its meaning when you turn it into a competition. BTS has been the most popular band in the world for a few years now. And that kind of popularity is unbeatable. Thank you for watching.